Real quickly, I just wanted to clarify some stuff so people don't get confused. But I had some feedback from the community saying that they couldn't find all of my videos very easily. So I created my own YouTube channel, Texas Miner, and I'll be posting on both Texas Miner and cryptocurrency.market. So that way you guys can find my content better. That's one of the requests from the community. Thank you to that individual for clarifying that. He had been showing his friends my videos. So you guys can find me now in all my videos in one location, Texas Miner, okay? Hey guys, this is Adib, the Texas Miner, and today what we're going to be doing is going over the differences in investing in real estate for residual income and investing in cryptocurrency, mining cryptocurrency for residual income. So first off, let's be on the same page of why you would even want residual income, because there's a big debate: buy the coin, mine the coin. For me, I'm a firm believer in doing 50-50 with my holdings. That's not investment advice, just a suggestion. But the whole concept remains the same. So let's go into that. Some good books, if you haven't read anything about it, are, in order of importance, Cash Flow Quadrants. These are all Rich Dad Poor Dad books. Real Estate Loopholes. This discusses the details of how the rich make more money and pay less taxes. And here we go, Owning Your Own Corporation. Okay, those are all great books, but if you want to save the read, the general concept is to make everybody has their monthly expenses. The goal, what he describes, is that imagine the type of empire and the financial freedom that you can bring to your life and the empire that you can build if all of your bills for that month, including spending, rent, food, car insurance, car payment, all those things, were taken care of right off the bat. Imagine what you could do with your time. So that's what he describes, and I'm a firm believer in that, because for me it's all about financial freedom, not working for somebody, and being able to take care of your family at the same time. So that's the whole purpose of why I did it. Now, I started to get involved in investing in real estate. Finally, made the jump, bridged the gap, however you want to say it, got a property. Then cryptocurrency comes around. I start to look at it and I'm like, wow. And then I just started to notice how similar the two business structures are. So let's get into it. The day-to-day operations and the general differences in what you're farming. So you can provide housing and make sure that individuals are taken care of, and they'll pay you on a monthly basis. Or you can farm robots. So the difference is pretty drastic. There's so many things that can go wrong and so many different variables. But with crypto mining, once you get the hold of it, now learning the fundamentals, it can be a learning curve, but if you stick with it and you understand the thermodynamics and electricity, then the day-to-day operations and not much can go wrong when you're mining cryptocurrency. The most that will happen on the day-to-day basis after I got my operations running was, hey, so a rig went off today, get an email notification, go over to my Casa app and turn it off, turn it on, boom, the rig is reset. Email notifications, all done by your phone. Versus if something goes wrong on your real estate property, my HVAC condenser unit and evaporator cooler, so the whole HVAC system went out. I got a call from the tenants. They're pissed because it's summer. They're hot. They're pissed. Had to coordinate the electric people, coordinate the times, the AC HVAC specialist, and coordinate the times between the tenant and the HVAC specialist. Make sure everything got done correctly, and then build, invoice. The tenants were asking, hey, since they were asking for rent off and all that kind of stuff. My robots, they don't do that, and they are working. If they're not working, that means that they're not programmed correctly. It's a green light, red light situation. There's no in the middle. There's less hassle when things go wrong, and if you get to the point where you're out of your garage and you're in a warehouse, then you will be able to afford somebody to be on site to take care of. Let's say, for example, I had a power supply go down. So this would be considered a bigger problem. Okay, if I had to diagnose this power issue, it wasn't too difficult. I noticed that 3 of 6 GPUs were turning on, so I was like, okay, power. I checked them all, and there was just a burnt fuse after a year of mining. So from the time I pulled out the rig, diagnosed it, went to go get a new rig, put it back online, max 3.5 hours, 4 if you want to include a lunch break in there. So, I mean, the day-to-day operations and the amount of manpower that goes into it is because with tenants, you need to have, with real estate, you need to have a crew, handyman, and all those other individuals to call to take care of something when something goes wrong, and make sure that they do good work. Here in mining, which one property, the money that required, so money required to get into real estate, $30,000. One individual can manage a $30,000 operation. It's about 6-7 rigs. So, the amplification is just a lot more. So let's stay on track. Management, phone versus crew, we went over that. Late payment, eviction. Not only do you have to manage your tenants being paying on time every month, you also have to vet them, qualify them, and hopefully they're good tenants. So for that one property, I probably qualified 13 different individuals and finally found one that would work out. So, and marketing and all that kind of stuff, the whole shebang, it all goes into it. So average ROI, mining cryptocurrency on a month-to-month basis, not including future value and things like that, because with real estate it can be the same way. 4.5%, 54% annually, and real estate 1.08%. Mine is currently doing 12.96%, almost 13%. We'll call it 13% annually. So if you're getting anywhere from 10 to 15% in real estate, you're doing pretty good. So I just noticed, looking at the numbers, I was like, wow, this is the same thing. Let's go get, no looking back. So the ROI is much more lucrative, probably because the market is not yet saturated, because NVIDIA, AMD are having the time of their lives trying to keep up with the production, keep the gamers happy, keep the miners online, and that's a whole nother nutshell. So entry point, you can start a young individual. Name was June. He's started his own business, and he said, "Hey, Adib, what do I do with my profits?" All right, you're going to take. I said, "You're going to reinvest in your business, make sure that your bills are taken care of." And he said, "No, what do I do with the money that I saved?" And I said, "Okay, you can start mining cryptocurrency, because with $1,200 you can get a rack set up, a air-cooled dream box, all the mining equipment, and one GPU. Then every $300 after that, you just put on a GPU until you have to buy a whole nother unit, and so forth and so on." So with real estate, it's $50,000 to get started with that, because you have to put 20% down, and not only do you have to put much more money down, the qualification, you have to have 2 years of employment at the same location. If you're on a sales job, you have to have that same sales job for the same 2 years to prove that your income is worth it. If you're an entrepreneur, your LLC needs to be in business for 2 years before that income can be qualified as stable. Since the '08 crisis, getting a mortgage has become a lot more tedious. So the liabilities. When I went to the closing table, stack of paper this thick the lady brought out, signing, mortgage, initial here, initial. By the end of it, I had signed my life away for this property that I was fully liable for, and then where I really started to notice is that if you go under on your mortgage, meaning that you bought your house at 150, it's now worth 130, you're under on your mortgage $20,000, then that's going to affect your ability to borrow credit. And for entrepreneurs that are in real estate, this is a very big concept, because to get into real estate, you have to have a business of some sort or stable income of some sort. Most real estate investors are small business owners. So for small business owners, having working capital is huge. For me, I had a roofing company, and when a storm comes through, then you may have 20 roofs going on at the same time, and you need working capital to take care of the expenses, because insurance pays in 2 checks. So having that line of credit was essential to my success in getting all those projects done at the same time without having any holdbacks. Getting all those projects that I did done without a line of credit would have been very tough, very, very tough. I'd had to ask a family friend or something, or projects would have to be delayed, if anything, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. But very difficult, very difficult. And if there's a housing crisis like '08, a bunch of people would go into foreclosure and things like that. Whereas mining, you can only lose the money you invested, or turn the rigs off. Okay, let's say you didn't save money for OPEX in a bear market, and mining is not profitable, meaning that the amount of coins that you mined for that month, the USD value of that was less than the electricity bill for that month, then you would just have to turn your operations off. I don't think that there's anybody out there that would leverage on mining yet. Okay, it's not that mainstream. I know sure as heck that a bank would not do that. So you can't lose money that you don't have in mining, if that makes sense. And that's my experience as a real estate investor and as a cryptocurrency miner. And for those people that are looking at, sitting on the sidelines looking at it, the real estate investors that are made it to the commercial level, if you've made it to the commercial level in commercial real estate, then you can do wonders in cryptocurrency mining. If you guys have any questions, I just want to give my feedback, my experience. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Follow me on Twitter, Texas_miner. Subscribe to our newsletter, cryptocurrency.market/newsletter. And if you have comments, the best way to get in touch with me is direct message me on Twitter, Texas_miner. Okay? And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. No, that's really it. I just want to share my input with the community and make sure that you guys are as much informed as you possibly can be if you're a real estate investor looking to get into cryptocurrency mining and the comparatives between the two. Alright, so if you guys liked it, please smash the like button, and I'll see you guys on the next video with thermodynamics, understanding the basics of electricity, and put out a bunch of fundamentals for the people that I met at the Bitcoin private conference. I got a huge feedback on that, and these upcoming videos are going to be for you guys. So stay tuned.